was at, it is me, PG, posted like a mailbox and more official than a rated. Damn it. Official than a rap with a whistle. I think it was bound to happen sooner or later. But yeah, it is Piere, S Cargo, P Diddy Boppa on Instagram. Please follow me. And we also had homies.
Cap Drosky, KAPDROSKI. I'm the first white guy to pop up on Instagram.
And our first very special guest of the evening, Mr. Smooth, and I'm gonna take your bitch, Neiko Smith.
I've never taken anybody's bitch. I've never taken anybody's bitch. For sure, no.
When you put that on everything?
On everything. Never.
Has someone's bitch left someone?
It wasn't really hers if I took her. So.
I was saying, has somebody had a bitch and the bitch was like, I don't want you, and then went to you? Because that ain't you taking a bitch, it's you accepting a bitch.
I mean, that happens, but again, they was never really together. So if that's the case, if it was that easy to do it, they wasn't really together.
It sounds like you strive for women who don't have somebody. It's like my homie said, I like to pick up single mothers at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh man, I'm a whole grown man nowadays, bro. I ain't got time for that dumb shit. I'm not with fighting. No.
What you was about to say, it all gonna say, I'm a whole grown man in these. I was like, wait, what?
A whole grown man?
He's so I was like, wait, what?
He's dead.
God damn, man.
Yes. I'm a whole grown man and these nuts. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. I don't know what that means, but that's precisely what I was about to say.
But it's 2019, we're not allowed to ask questions like that. Whatever forgets you, man.
Like, you like driving? Go ahead,
grab whatever.
I'm not from that part of Atlanta.
Hey man, fill in the blank, bro.
How long have you been doing stand-up, Mr.
About 4.5 years now.
About 4?
About 4.5. Yeah, that sounds about right.
You from Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
You live in Atlanta?
Yes.
Good. Congratulations.
I am the only Atlanta comic in the Atlanta area who was born and raised in this motherfucker.
Ain't no flex, bro. But you don't drive too. You don't drive neither.
I mean, I drive
Uber
now.
and stuff. Oh, okay.
I mean, I drive. Like I said, I just got into the car accident. So yeah. So next week I'll be back driving.
Bro, when you live in the city and you driving and you from the city, bro, it's so difficult. Just trying to idea of how to get from one place to another, and you already know. All right, 285 dead. You take James Jackson Park.
But bro, where you live? Yeah, that's dead, bro.
Yeah, bro, you outside of 285, bro. We not talking to you, nigga.
Nah, I stay literally in the middle of the goddamn city. I can see Grady from my back porch and see like the Capitol from my back porch. I can get anywhere worth going to comedy-wise in 5 to 10 minutes.
I'm gonna say 10 minutes.
Yeah, no matter what the traffic is. You know, even like getting to Midtown. Midtown's probably the hardest thing to get to. That's probably 15. That's probably like 15 max.
It's just because you ain't got no sideways. You have to take that main route.
Yeah, because even if you go to sideways, there's still gonna be traffic in the city, so you might as well.
We went on the show out of town, and everybody kept literally asking where we should meet at. Somebody threw Nico's dress out there, and it's goddamn central to everybody. Like, it was 15 minutes for everybody.
Where we gonna meet? It's in the middle of everywhere.
All right, cool. I love that shit. I ain't never leaving, bro. I'm gonna be rich, but I'm never gonna leave until I'm rich. I swear, I'm not. I love this shit.
Where'd you get your start?
Oh, that too.
Where's the first place you performed at?
Where's the first? Oh man, shout out to Tyler Doe's. Well, actually, there's a lead up to that because when I was trying to figure out how to start doing stand up, I had no idea how to get started. I just know, so I just did like the first thing I thought of. I just went to Uptown back when it was still on Mary Street. Shout out to the original Uptown.
First time ever doing stand was at Uptown?
No, I went to Uptown and just to see the show because, like I said, I didn't know how to go about getting started. So I went to Uptown to see the show. Rodney Piere was headlining, Tyler was opening, and Ben Palmer was opening too. So yeah,
so you're like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah, this is my first. This was like my first exposure to like, you know what I'm saying, people in Atlanta doing comedy. That was my first time ever seeing like live stand up.
Right.
Live stand. So
that's a crazy list.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Even Ben Palmer put some people on TV.
Exactly.
That's what I was like.
Exactly. That was I seen those three off top. First ever live stand up show. There was nobody in the crowd. I was literally only like 20 people and shit. And then when Rodney went up, the first person he sees is me because I'm sitting by myself because I'm just trying to figure out. And he points me out. He's like, look at this lonely ass nigga right here. What your name is, lonely guy?
You're like, Neiko. It doesn't matter what your name is.
No, your lonely ass. Don't nobody care about your name. That's why you here by yourself. I'm just like, bam! I'm having so much fun.
I'm gonna do stand up now.
Exactly. So like, look. So I watched the show, and like I said, the Rodney Piere, he takes pictures with everybody after the show and whatever. So I go and I ask him, just like, yo, I actually came here because I wanna know how to get started. So he takes me backstage with Tyler. He takes me backstage, and then he's just like, and Tyler tells me to go to his spot, Cloud9, which now no longer goes no more. And man, y'all weren't around for Cloud9. Cloud9 was the shit. So yeah. Went to Cloud9 that next Monday, and Tyler actually was like surprised I was there, and he was just like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He's like, "You mean, nigga? You told told me to come. He's just like, nigga, I tell people to come all the time. You actually came.
You like, my bad for following instructions.
Exactly. It's precisely what happened. It was precisely. He sleep roasted me for doing exactly what he said. But yeah, that was the first time I went up. I brought my homegirl. I brought my homegirl Alicia, and that was really it. And then
how'd it go?
my first time I did good. I did good my first time.
The second time,
Not the second time. I can't say I did good or bad because like literally because back then that's back when like you know what I'm saying, Fat Man used to be at Cloud9 all the time. Clayton used to be at
right. You can't really.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Tuck and like Spencer and
well,
like,
in comparison,
yeah,
you know,
like all of them,
good.
like that was
Right,
they like
right.
stomping grounds, like off top, like early. You know what I'm saying? So like in comparison, for me, just getting started, I'm gonna look like trash regardless. So like,
Right.
and then like
So we know what happened. You didn't do good.
but hear me out. But like the second time I went up, like you know, everybody left with when all the comedians would go outside, smoke and talk shit, and then everybody would go outside and just listen to them talk shit. So I'm literally performing for my homegirl and the fucking DJ.
Because everybody left.
So everybody left. So I'm just sitting there. So I'm just up there just riffing and just talking. So apparently the DJ thought I did amazing, but I was like, I didn't say no jokes because nigga, I know you and nigga, you're working. So,
Right, so this isn't going to be anything other than what it is.
But nah, third time though, I started feeling myself. I felt myself. It's like, yeah, these first two times went good. Went to Cats the third time.
Ooh.
Cause you already asked me what's my worst bomb. That's probably the worst one, bro.
Wait, so you got on?
I did get on.
I've never been on.
Cause Tyler put in the word for him. Cause he told me to go and like he was there too. So he put in.
That's
and
right.
Yeah, and Rodney Piere. I think Rodney Piere was there too. Oh, bro. I completely and totally froze when I seen all these niggas in this crowd, bro. Because this shit was jam packed full. 'Cause you know sometimes you know what I'm saying, cats can be up and down. That shit was full as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And my third time ever getting on stage, that's the first thing I saw. I get up there. My name's Neiko Smith.
Hey, my name is Neiko Smith.
I'm Mexican and shit. I just want to be y'all friend. I mean, I don't know.
Say something funny, nigga. Like somebody. Oh man.
Nah, I think this is back when Carlos was still hosting.
Carlos Miller?
Yeah, I think
Oh my
Carlos was still
God.
hosting. So I think I did like a hot 1 minute of what they thought was silence, and he was like, "Get this nigga out of here."
I was saying, of course, Carlos just like let you go and said nothing about it.
Basically, and I'm pretty sure I was in the back. I was in the back like hurt for like a solid like 20 minutes. You don't, because with like black rooms, you can't just leave after you.
No.
So you gotta sit.
I've been trying to walk away. Niggas following you, bro. They're like, yo, that nigga Neiko.
Hey, no. You know what it really is? I just saw the other day. Everything get quiet, and you be like, hey, Piere, come here real quick, man.
Like, that's that nigga hit you with that.
You gonna hit you with that transmission hand on your neck? Hey, man.
Hey, bro.
It's gonna get better. I promise you.
Bro, how long you been doing this, bro?
Oh, they start asking you questions. Hey, it's your first time, brother. Nah, I've been doing this a while.
So you from Gwinnett or Atlanta? You inside the city?
Nah, what's his name? I think Rodney Piere came up to me and he was just like,
So you were
didn't even say words. He just.
He didn't even know what to say. I was one of my worst bombs. I got like 3, but Keith, it happened at the Strand. I was too high. I couldn't remember any damn thing. I was sweating on stage. I saw like my bullets of sweat hitting the floor when I was on the stage, and it was bad. And I was just bombing. I was like, you know what? Not Eric. You remember Eric, the special needs of Eric was like,
Yeah.
like Eric gave me the light, and I was like,
If you get the light from a nigga in the wheelchair, bro, kill your career, bro.
Eric was like,
Bro, that's how bad you were. It took all of the fibers of his muscles to goddamn
Eric
put that
was
light up.
like, and the worst part, you love Eric because when somebody says a really shitty joke and no one laughs, you can hear Eric. Eric will laugh at you. He will laugh for you. Eric did not laugh for me. I think it was just like, oh, that hurts. So I was like, all right, cool. Hey, that's my time, guys. Eric gave me the light, so make some noise for Keith Banks, your host. Keith was not in the room, so I'm just still standing there. Eric was. He gave me the light again. I was like, I know Eric. I'm waiting for Keith. And then Keith went up there, And he was like, bro, is you okay? Because as soon as I see him enter the room, I got on stage. I was like, well, I'm out sweating. And Keith was like, bro, you stressed? I said, no. And I went outside. My fiance was there, a couple other people. They was like, I was like, shut up. Don't nobody say shit. And they were like, my fiance was like, babe. I said, don't say shit. And then Keith comes downstairs and was like, bro, was they like beating your ass? You were sweating. And I was like, nah, it's okay. He went like this. Look, come on, shake my hand. He was like, don't let this stop you from doing nigga held my hand I was like, let me go. And he was like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. Like,
I was there for that. I don't think I knew you at that point, but yeah, I remember being there.
And then Jarrell came and he was like, hey, how you doing there? I said, and he had his hand out. I said, I just bombed. He was like, don't touch me. I was like, what? He said, I don't want that bad juju on me. I plan to do good tonight. And then he walked upstairs.
You sound just like him. No, nigga, no, don't touch me.
It was full of people. Jarrell, and he come down, he was like, you bombed in front of all those people? I was like, yeah. He was like, that's tough. He was like, there's a lot of people in there. And I was like, I was there.
Oh my God. Oh, good fun.
That's spot on impression.
I got it. Yo, but I was glad to get I think it's still my worst bomb out of the way early. I got that shit out.
I think you just learn to take them as you get older. So
That's what I was saying, 'cause my worst bomb at one point was like when there was no laughter, but now my worst bomb, I remember, like my worst bomb that like bothered me still to this point, it wasn't even like a real bomb. It was just like we was talking about, like how you would do well, do some old shit, and then you try that new shit and there's nothing. So this time it was the reverse. I started off with some new shit, try to throw some old shit in the middle, and then do some new shit. Bruh, that I had done the joke so long, so I was really kind of confused doing it. And nigga, they knew.
They knew this one.
This was a star bar.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, it was going well. And then did the joke, and it was dead solid. Like super solid. It was like,
That's the thing that hurts most. It's not getting ridiculed. It's not getting flamed.
It's
It's the silence. Because you'll go home and hear the silence. You can be loud as fuck at home, and all you'll hear is you see faces and hear nothing, and that's the shit that haunts you.
but like when there's nobody in the room, it don't bother you. But when you know how loud they are, and you say, that just happened, and everybody erupts the fuck laughing, because I was like, oh yeah, that happened for real now.
Have you ever seen somebody do this when you tell a joke? Like, so what's to do with cell phone? Someone's like seeing somebody do that, look at someone else go, what? Like this dude.
That's the reaction I have every time I hear a joke in Nonies.
Yeah. It's pretty much. I'm not gonna
set up, bro. Because we all sit in the same area as comedians.
Yeah.
And none of us try to tell a joke to anybody who's sitting directly in front of the stage. We're all trying to talk to that back corner. Because that's where all
we know.
These are the muggles. We want to talk to them.
It's weird. It's a weird setup.
But no, how did you recover from it? Or are you still working through the recovery?
That won't hurt. I think I took a week off. I took a week off from going, because at that time I only went to Cloud9 and Cats. That was the only thing. That's still at that point, that's all I knew.
When you first started, you just go to the 2-3 places.
Yeah, that's all I knew that existed at that point. So I think I took a week off, and I was just like, okay, let me go back and tell my mama that maybe comedy's not for me.
Maybe this isn't for me.
And if I could stay there a little bit longer while I go get a job. Yeah, I think I took a week off, but I think I eventually went back, man. Kept on going up.
Did you go to the same spot that you bombed at?
Yeah, Cats kept on. Man, that first year, bro, I made it like my mission to get up at Cats and like have a good set. I wanted nothing. Like I could get everything. I just wanted to do good at Cats. And the crazy shit, I had a good set doing the open mic at Uptown before I had a good set of Cats. That was the shit that really threw me off, because I tried to do the same shit at Cats. Nothing.
Because you cared.
Yeah.
I'm about to say you cared so much about this Cats. Uptown and even fucking phase you.
Just like,
you literally could have got your ass beat.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, but there's some people that you up on the
you know what?
I've seen it.
I split want and don't want this to happen. I've never performed the Cats, went there last week, first to sign up, all the other shit, didn't put me on. And then at the end of the night, I was like, yo, Maurice, let me perform next week. I mean, he was like, I said, I come here all the time.
I'll put you on first.
Right. And I was like, I come here all the time. I ain't never performed on the stage. He's like, you ain't never performed. I said, no, I'm gonna put you on first next week. I said, okay, cool. As soon as he said that, I was like, I can either fuck this room up or this room is going to fuck me up.
But that shit, Cats gonna be Cats. They gonna recover. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's the niggas stomping grounds. They gonna recover. There's never gonna be a bad show at Cats.
Right.
But you can have a bad comic and shit. You can have a bad, because I saw, like when we went there, Ronnie Joe was hosting. Yeah. It wasn't that.
Ronnie has seen me perform too.
Yeah. It wasn't that any comedian did bad. At some point, somebody in the back just had some shit to say that was important, and it got loud.
You know how I know Cats is untouchable to have a bad show? It's when that goddamn white comic went up to Cats and told that goofy ass joke about raping children and some shit. Nah, no.
What was that?
Nah,
was like Joe Briars?
Nah, it wasn't Joe Briars. Nah. One of them weird ass fuckers who used to just go to open mics and shit. And this motherfucker was just like, yo, man, what if rappers rapped about other things? What if rappers rapped about fucking kids in front of Cats? Full crowd, and then this nigga proceeded to do like all rappers' voices. Yeah, my name's Weezy, and I fuck you, baby, and do shit like that. And then, man, Carlos lost it, bro. Like, bro, this nigga went back to the stage and was like, "We don't talk about raping kids in here, bro. We don't talk about that in here."
You know why you have to explain? Like, it's not even a rule. But nigga, you have to be told.
Nah, but the crazy shit is, he did that and then shifted right back, and then went right back to being Carlos, and the shit went right back. Like I said, that's
right. Show got
one more time shot on the show, bro.
Right.
There's nothing stopping Cats. That shit will be the best show in Atlanta forever.
We almost didn't talk about the hole in the wall at all. Like, we were just about to keep going about some other things. But for those of you guys who don't know,
I like Cats.
Cats is so cool. We do love Cats Cafe.
They got some bomb ass pieces.
Yeah. But hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Every Monday night, damn it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like every time I see the word damn it, it's coming from Neiko Smith.
Yeah, man.
Even though they've been saying it for hundreds of years. But hole in the wall, what time does that show start?
I'm saying doors at 9, show at 10, because people always show up hella early. The show starts at 10, the doors open at 9, read the fucking flyer. Please. Man, hold, bro. Look, because like I never really made it.
What time do you start to sign up?
When motherfuckers get there, I usually just have a piece of paper waiting.
See, now you're rewarding them for being there so goddamn early. Now I gotta drop people off like this nigga an hour before you even get there.
Because I don't go in order, bro. I try to run this shit to the point where it's a decent show. You know what I'm saying? I don't go in order. And that's the other thing. Everybody doesn't. I definitely don't go in order. If you come regularly, you're definitely gonna get preferred placement. You know what I'm saying? You come if you contribute to the show. You know what I'm saying? Either you buy something, bring somebody, or you're funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Contribute to the show, and I'll make sure you get up, and I'll make sure you have a prime time slot.
Probably shouldn't say that last part out loud.
If you're funny.
If you're funny. Get ready for that conversation. I host a show too. We've talked about, bro, I ain't never gonna tell people that's the criteria. It's like, you ain't funny, nigga. Like,
now, because I'll tell you, I'll ask anybody who comes there regularly. They know who they are and they know who I fuck with. Know what I'm saying. There's always like that. And then
but
also,
I mean, that's not, to me, I know you. That's not your real criteria, because realistically, you can tell they funny if you haven't seen them working. The criteria is to see them working.
But nah, if I ain't never seen you, if I ain't never seen you before, I genuinely will be making it a good point to
put
go
it like,
see.
Yeah, but I gotta see this shit.
I know what you meant by if you funny. It's like, if I know you and I've seen you perform and I think that you're funny, I will put you on because I think that you're funny. Not saying that I don't think that you are, but I think that this person is funny. I haven't seen you be funny, is what I tell people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, because like I said, even though it's still technically an open mic, bro, but like, first off, the owners, they wanted to shut Hole down because Mississippi Boy fucked that shit so hard.
I heard I don't think I've ever met him.
Consider yourself lucky if you haven't. But nah, like, they wanted to shut it down because, for one, like, you know what I'm saying, they don't, there's some Arab dudes who run Hole that own the wall.
Over here while y'all condemn another black man.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, like, they wanted to shut it down and shit because before when Anthony was running and when Ben was running, you know what I'm saying, it was still like a good show. All the comics who pretty much didn't get up on Star Bar went there. You know what I'm saying? Cloud9 was still running. So it was still like, you know what I'm saying, there was still like a good little crowd. But when Mississippi Boy, nobody came. But like me, Tommy, and like whoever the fuck Mississippi Boy.
I thought y'all were friends with him.
Not at all. I was just going there for so long, I just wasn't about to stop. But anyway, and then also like that also slowed up the money when nobody wasn't buying shit, nobody would come. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just so they wanted to shut it down, but they let me convince them to keep it open, made them a presentation to keep it going. So I tried to make it a point to elevate the show beyond what it was.
People showing up.
Yeah, exactly. I always try to make sure the folk have a good crowd.
Just being on this part. Okay. I ain't want to throw his name in there. But since we said Mississippi Boy's fucking up the show, let's not just say he fucked up the show. No, I'm talking about, but you didn't say why. My standpoint as a comedian who never took over the room, why you stop making it about comedy? What makes the relapse great?
The different shows that
they're all comedy,
right?
It is just a rock, but you know when you show up, you're gonna get comedy. People are showing up to the Monday open mic for comedy and seeing R&B and seeing poetry and seeing people drawing paintings and shit.
And seeing rap niggas selling pussy.
And seeing rappers like that's why I was like, it stopped being a comedy open mic and became an open mic. And when you try to basically
bring comedians and the people who are also rapping and sing, it's a different.
And not even that, when you just showcase yourself and say that, hey, all forms of starving artists come here, instead of saying this is the form of just poetry. You might get some rich poetry. You might get goddamn Erykah Badu to stop in and do poetry in your night. But who is going to stop in and do your open mic of everything? Will Darryl Yankovic? Like, what's your best case scenario? That should be dope as fuck. He comes to a comedy show. But I was just saying, but what's your best case scenario? That's what I'm saying. Like, Neiko's hosting the show. Tiffany Haddish stops by.
Right.
Is it a big deal that Tiffany Haddish stopped by Hole in the Wall? Yes. Is it a big deal that she stopped by a comedy show? No. Was it going to happen with Mississippi Boy? And I don't mean that in any other way except for that.
Right.
Because you put too much in it. Yeah, you put too much in the pot, and you expected it to taste like soup still.
I'm about to say, like, if I was a comedian, somebody was like, "Yeah, we got a live band coming through. We got somebody like that's doing paintings. We're also doing an open mic."
Yeah.
I'd be like,
because I've done shows where people paint but it had literally nothing to do with the comedy show.
Yeah.
It was almost like doing a charity event. Like, hey, we sell these too, by the way. But when you go and you say like, all right, you've seen it, like when you come out and do something right before improv and then you come up and do comedy, that's different. It's not impossible, but it's definitely different. So imagine having to come up and shop bop doo bop bam go.
That's not even that. It's also just, it's not even just that. It was really him himself as a person. This nigga was he's a creepy ass nigga. A decent looking female, he would shut down everything, not host shit, and just goddamn try to go talk to women.
That's what I was talking about. That's what
he's a creepy ass nigga.
I'm about to say, man, where did I get go in that?
And he would go to the random women. He go to the random women and be like, hey girl, let me get you a drink. Hey, you want one of these Bill Cosby Jello shots? While walking around with a boombox.
I can vouch for that. He did say that on the regular.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
So it's like I said, so people stopped coming because of him. Comics stopped coming because of him. This shit has no reason to exist. And then the straight up reason why he lost it, the last time he hosted, like I said, this big ass rap group, and there was like 20 of these niggas from the butt fuck of hood Atlanta somewhere. I don't know where these niggas was from, but they had prostitutes with them. They had prostitutes with them, and these bitches was in home while trying to sell pussy. And then once they realized, well, this definitely ain't the environment for that, one of the bitches said out loud for everybody to hear, "Nobody in here got money. I'm about to go back to Fulton Industrial."
Oh yeah.
It's a lot of money. And so I had to say something about that. I had to because you can't just hear some shit like that and think I'm not about to address it.
We have to talk about it.
Yeah, man. And then what's the name? Then Mississippi tried to incite pretty much like a fight between the rap groups and like me and shit. But I didn't even give a fuck about that. I was pissed at Mississippi because he trying to instigate some shit. Fuck them. I'm not even thinking about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you, nigga. And then once I came chopped it up, you know what I'm saying, wanted to go to him. Goddamn, he tried to get the rappers like, you know what I'm saying, like defend him and shit. Security tells me to leave. I just leave because I'm not, you know what I'm saying.
So is this a comedy show?
No more. By that point,
even that you're describing an open mic,
right?
Not open mic comedy, just open mic shit.
I was like that's the type of shit that doesn't even happen at comedy clubs. Yeah, less caps there.
Or Steve Brown was there.
Right. I'll beat your ass.
But look, the long story short, like I said, just I think it was like 2-3 weeks after that, the owners hit me up and said, do I want to take it over? I said yeah, and I just been trying to resurrect it and make it a real dope show like that I've always loved, that I've been going to for the longest, you know what I'm saying, try to elevate it, you know what I'm saying, and make it one of the better shows in the city.
Let me jump back in on him.
Yeah,
He
right.
treated like it pays bills.
It does.
We ain't gonna, I ain't gonna put it out there because nigga, you can look this up forever. But
we got,
it pays bills.
A few minutes before that, what I was saying, the March 18th, the Hole in the Wall 5-year anniversary.
Yeah, man. Super excited for that.
Now, obviously, that's on a Monday night, same time. Doors at 9. Show starts at 10 p.m.
You trying to bring back the prior host?
Who?
Prior host?
I
Anthony on
I hit up Anthony, but he gonna be out of town. Like I said, he
what
was
about Ben? Well, he ain't been back.
Nah, crazy shit. I actually offered to pay for his ticket to come here, but he had some other show, and just logistically it wouldn't have worked. So yeah, I definitely tried.
Who do you have on this show?
All right, down the list. Of course, I got Tommy. That's up there every Monday. Of course, he has to perform. Storm Artiste. Shout out my nigga Tommy.
That's Tommy.
Look, all right, now, okay, that's Tommy.
Tommy, don't let him do you like that. Put your phone with the camera. just put the phone
right. He's a real man. That's a real nigga. But anyway. Anyway, look. All right, but look. All right, I got Dexter Ferguson, Crystal Pierce. Storm Artiste. I don't know if y'all know Storm, but she was around when I first got started. Fucking hilarious.
Storm who?
Storm Artiste.
Okay.
Her name is spelled niggerish though. It's like it's got like an H in there somewhere. I don't know how to spell that shit. But anyway, Crystal Pierce. I said Crystal. Listen to that. I said Dexter. So three of my newer cats who've been really fucking with Ho, and I look forward to seeing them every week because, you know what I'm saying, they started that whole and they've been getting better. So John Cofield, Matt Tamburino, and Samson Black.
I want to talk to Samson.
And then I got Marlon Ballard coming through.
Hey.
Because like I said, I used to see him at Ho all the time. Like I said, back in the days, Juku. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I got this shit written down. I feel like I'm definitely forgetting somebody.
Me.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to hear you say my name.
Julio?
Yeah, DeRulio coming through.
That's what I'm trying to remember.
This is gonna be a dope show.
Yeah, and then Lisa and Foskey too.
Yeah.
Bang,
The Smiths.
Smith.
But nah, yeah, bro. Like I said. Oh, and also a throwback hole in the wall favorite, Brent Starr. Back in the days when Ben Palmer used to host it, but like actually the owners told me to get Brent Starr to come through more often because like they love him. You know what I'm saying? Back when he used to host, he was like a staple there. He was like the favorite, like a crowd favorite there. So I had to reach out to him to get him to come through too.
You had to pay for that plane ticket. I said you had to pay for that plane
No,
ticket.
the niggas stay here.
Where do people get these tickets at? Is there a place on your Facebook or your Instagram or something?
Oh yeah, man. First I get the tickets on Eventbrite. The show's free. It's always going to be free, but I use that as like a RSVP. So if you RSVP on Eventbrite,
We'll kick somebody out.
In front of you.
You guys should watch it.
Exactly.
It's for the gram.
The RSVP is for your first drink being free. Hey, don't get it twisted. Well drinks, domestic beer only. But it's free.
And tell them what you tell me now.
What's that?
Non-comics.
Non-comics, you can't have one.
Yeah, that's why I was like, nigga.
Comics, yeah, comics.
Don't act like you didn't know.
Yeah, comics, y'all can't have
We
one.
find
Y'all.
cars at hotels all the time, nigga.
But anyway, but like I said, and then of course we're gonna throw a big after party afterwards, man. It's just gonna be a celebration, bro. Like I said, in the grand scheme of things, bro. And at the end of the day, bro, there's rooms come and go, bro. They come, they, you know what I'm saying. They be around for a few months, they disappear. End of the day, all the shit that whole done been through and all the ups and downs with it, changing the hosts, goddamn people not coming. It's still been around for 5 fucking years. Really longer than that. It just became a comedy show. Straight up for 5 years. So you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to, you know, to celebrate that and also to like to bring a level of legitimacy to it because I'm trying to bring that to it. You know what I'm saying?
I love your room, Neiko. Sometimes the people in are a bit dickish, but the room itself, yes.
The room itself is cold.
It's a hole. It's a hole in the wall.
Exactly.
It's cold.
I be trying to tell people that, bro. I be like, man, I ain't got control of shit in here, bro.
Like, Neiko, it's cold. Like, what you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Hey, hold on. Let me go adjust the thermostat right
Look,
quick.
I want to take a I'm just talking bad, but I mean the bathroom's a lot cleaner than I thought. I'm just saying.
Yo, that bathroom is fucking.
It be cold, nigga.
Well,
It's nice to have bathroom.
they don't turn the heat on in the wintertime. Well, it's about to be spring, bro. That's not gonna be an issue.
Oh yeah.
Then y'all be like, it's hot, Nico.
Then I'm be like, nigga, bring a fan.
Right.
It's a hole in the wall.
They got 2 fans in there.
They do. They got
Big ass industrial fan. You can crank that bitch up.
Them the prison fans, the ones they used to have, like, what's that? The Green Mile. Like, when that niggas there do. You can just hear the metal clanking on.
That shit's
Put
not
that
climate
bitch in the
controlled.
gym and dry the whole floor after they
But do you have any shows coming up that you are going to be performing at before or after the 18th?
Well, Saturday, Tabernacle.
This Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday.
The
Tabernacle.
16th?
Yes, sir. Laughs and Drafts, for the Cancer Foundation, St. Baldrick's Cancer Foundation. I'm doing that. Eric De Silva put that together. I'm on the 8 o'clock show. I forget who else is on there. Yeah, I don't remember who else is on.
Because
there.
I'm on that bitch, so.
Basically, I look at like when I'm on some like on shows and shit. I look at this shit like I look at my schedule at work. I don't look at nobody else's schedule. I know when I'm supposed to be here.
Right, bro. You ever get to work there like, you know where's Karen? Who the fuck is Karen? I'm here at 5. That's all I know.
Damn, who'd you work with yesterday? Nigga, I don't know me.
I was here yesterday?
And then they be so surprised when they be asking you questions like, you don't be thinking about your job when you're not here. Nigga, no.
My voice.
Yeah. So and also my other show, Rhymes and Punchlines. The next one's next Thursday on the what's that? 21st. Yes. Yeah, that's a new concept that I put together with Miss NYC of Atlanta Battle Rap, combining the stand-up comedy scene of Atlanta and the Atlanta Battle Rap scene here in Atlanta. That's something I'm real proud of. The first show went really well.
What time does that show start?
The doors at 8, show at 9. That's at Sidebar, downtown Atlanta.
All right, well, folks, we're getting ready to close up the show here already. PG, want to give a huge thanks to my homie Neiko Smith. Take your bitch for coming out here already, PG.
She wasn't really yours.
And always, my broski.
Cap Drowski.
Yay!
You got another time for a question?
Not really.
Alright, never mind.
And also, our very special guest, the man on the side, that's Tommy!
He ain't got no car, but he gave me a ride. Look at God.
All right, folks, so keep it tuned, and I'll be black if that's all white with you. Au revoir, adios.
That sounds like y'all can't even
We bid you adieu.
If you ain't got no car,